the way the game was going, there was, I think both of their goals kind of sucked energy out of the building. And the reason why is I thought we were controlling it and doing a lot of good things. And a couple miscues end up in the back of our net. But that was a huge play for us because they were obviously on a power play. And, at that stage it's a 2-2 game. And Artie makes a great individual play. And I didn't realize it was such a great play until I was able to take a look at the replays. But that got the energy back for us, and it probably would have been a little disheartening going into the second intermission there, tied 2-2. So that was a huge goal.
Nikitin seemed to quietly have one of his better games of the season. Would that be your assessment of him with Kooten out of the lineup right now? He's stepping up his game.
I thought Nicky was good. I thought there were lots of other players that had good games when he needed it. I thought if you want to call it our fourth line, I thought they provided some really good energy for us too. The thing I liked about Nicky is Nicky shot the puck more. Seemed to get his shot through to the net too. So we had a lot of players step up in an important game for us.
Is it just what the Panthers do, or are you playing with enough defensive intensity? What's the word I'm looking for? Are you playing smart enough defensively with the puck right now? Because it seemed like you fueled a few things for them early when you really could have put the game away.
At 2-0, a lot of their offensive zone time or our defensive zone time, or their chances or goal, or just turnovers by us. And I thought, for the most part, decisions and how we managed it, we did a good job. You got to give credit to Florida at that stage and how they play. I mean, they come hard, they force pucks along the wall, and then their D are really active. And we knew that going in, and we were much better, I think, this game versus Florida than we were the last time.
Your power play. Huge lift for you right now. It looked like Savard had that opening from the right side and took it. Did you scheme for that and overloading on one side to open up that end?
The way that I think going over our pre-scout for these guys, number one, I think Hartsey, Craig, got the guys ready. But the guys executed the play, and to me it was off of a face-off, and they wanted to pressure, and what we did is we used the middle of the ice with a quick little play, and then that was a bump back to Horton. And I think by the way that they were looking to pressure off the draw, I got three guys over on one side of the ice, and then it came over to Savard, and he had a clear lane to the net. And watching from the bench, I think everyone was screaming, you got time. And, once he got his head up, I think he was surprised by how much time and space he had. And then, he did the right thing by taking it to the net, made a good play, and, might have been a little bit fortunate based on, I think their player threw a stick in trying to tip it, and it might have went off his stick and carried into the net.
Wiz said that the only real difference in special teams tonight was pride. Is that
what?
Pride.
Pride?
Yeah. Is that really the only difference that was there tonight?
I think we were more intense, and maybe that was pride, just getting more focused with it. But we shot the puck, and there was a purpose to shooting the puck. Umby's goal was a perfect example of that in the first. Getting a simple puck to the net, and Savard did a good job too on Cam's goal when he deflected it. So, our power play, we can go back, you can watch goal after goal and how we scored. And yes, there are some nice plays where it's tic-tac-toe and you got a back door, but our identity and how we score goals on the power play is pretty simple. It's getting the puck to the net, finding a way to get it to the net, and having traffic, and looking for either deflections or rebounds.
Do you, as a coach, do anything different when it comes to special teams when you're facing an opponent who comes in statistically struggling as much as Florida does?
No, the way that we prepare is provide video and come up with a scheme, but we don't deviate too far from what we want to do or accomplish as a group. We might point out areas where we might be able to look to attack, some things a little bit different versus whatever team you're playing. And then it's just trying to get guys into those positions that can make those plays, or guys that are going in the game that will give you some success on the power play. And if you look at, I'm not even sure what the time was for each guy, but I was going through 3 different groups on the power play, and I think it was maybe a little bit more dominated by the Johansson's group and Umberger, Foligno, and Gabrick than Dubinsky's group, but we got contributions from a lot of different players on the power play today.
Most teams tend to have 2 power play units. Why do you have 3?
The reason we had 3 was we didn't like the way, this is a while ago when we put the 3rd group in, we didn't like the way the other 2 were going. That was the real reason for it, and trying to spark up or get some, as you would say, pride or some motivation out there that it's ice time that a lot of guys want. And if you can create that internal motivation for ice time or competition for ice time, and I think that has helped us. And there may come a point where it starts to detract a little bit, because guys are missing reps on the power play, and I think that's one thing that we're looking for as coaches and just watching. But right now it's been a benefit for us having 3 different groups, because we have a number of guys that can do it.